Hello and welcome to another gauge demo from FIPGauges.com, and today we're looking at the ADF gauge. This gauge was requested by a customer, so thank you for that, and it just goes to show that if you don't ask you don't get. Now then, I haven't tuned my ADF in just as yet, so I'm going to do that first of all. We'll switch over to my radio gauge, set my ADF and switch back. Now you can see the ADF is tuned in. So this is my ADF degrees from the current heading. You have the current heading and you have the signal strength of the ADF as well. Now the S6 is the only button we're using on the gauge for this ADF gauge, and if you press the S6 button it goes into listen mode, which means that you should now be able to hear the Morse code that's generated. There we go, and we turn that off. So that enables you to listen to the ident. Now then, I'm going to just turn the aircraft around so you can see the gauge move. There we go, and you can see the directional pointers moving away to my right. Now, if I switch on the menus using the right dial being the closest to the blue LED, which is the indicator for where the menu is located. So you turn the right dial, menu comes on. The first option shows version and info. If you activate that with the left dial, you can see a little bit of information about what the various different gauge menu options do. And we can then switch to the next option with the right dial, side buttons. We can turn this on and off. Now there's a separate tutorial for side buttons and side button labeling, so please check that out. You can change the labels within SPAD.next. So we'll turn that off for now. Okay, so this is the listen to ADF. Now we've got it in the menu as well as this button here, because if you decide to turn the side buttons on and reprogram this label and recode this button, you can still access the listen function through the menu. Now, I've included two gauge styles. In fact, the gauge style you're looking at the moment is a new one. I originally released this a couple of days ago with only this as a ADF style. So this is an alternative style of navigation gauge for the ADF, and feel free to toggle between the two and pick which you prefer. This is more creative license on my behalf, and this is more becoming of an actual ADF gauge. Okay, and the last menu option is glass reflection. Now this is the first public gauge to have glass reflections on, but all my gauges will be released with updates very soon, and they will all have glass reflections, and you can turn them on and off. Now when you turn off the glass reflection, you're turning the glass reflection off for all of my gauges. So you only need to do it in one gauge. You don't have to go and turn the glass reflections off on every single gauge. It's a global setting, and it'll turn the glass reflections on and off for all of my gauges that have that built in. Over the next few weeks, some of the gauges will have glass, some of them won't, so please be patient. By the end of October they should all have glass, and therefore they'll all turn on and off. But it's going to be an interim period obviously where some have and some haven't. Okay, so that pretty much covers the ADF gauge. I hope that was useful. If you haven't, please subscribe and come back and check out more of my videos soon. Thank you.